Hey guys, it's Ashley with 3R Sales and Service. Today we're taking a look at a Chevy 4500 box truck series. This one has a 16-foot box and it's about a 7-foot width. And we have a 10-gallon hot water pressure washer, a 10-gallon cold water pressure washer, a gas engine soft wash system, and a window cleaning system in here. So we'll go around back and we'll show you everything that we've got installed. Okay, so from the rear of the truck, we can see the 10-gallon hot water pressure washer. It's 3,000 PSI, 10 gallon per minute. It's got the Honda GX800 engines, fuel injected. We have the exhaust system for the engine going off to the side here. You can see we put a plate on the wall just to space it out far enough so that there's not too much heat going up against the wall. And then it exhausts down through the floor. And then our burner exhaust goes up and out through the back door. So we didn't have to ventilate it anywhere through the side of the box. Up front, you can see pretty clearly it has the key start. It has an hour meter. This valve right here is our bleeder valve so that we can bleed all of the air out of the water line that goes to the pressure washer pump. So any air that's stuck between the tank and the pressure washer, we can just open this valve up. It'll bleed all the air, and once you see a nice consistent line of water going through here, you shut it back off and you can go ahead and start up your system easily. We have our stack of 4 hose reels here. The top reel is our soft wash reel. That has 300 feet of 1/2-inch hose. Below that, we have our cold water hose. We got our hot water hose, so that's for both pressure washer systems. And there's 200 feet of 1/2-inch hose on each one of those. On the 10-gallon systems, we use 1/2-inch hose so you can get full flow from your 10-gallon system, especially for surface cleaning. It really expedites the surface cleaning process. And then down below, we have our inlet reel that has 100 feet of garden hose on it, but it can fit an additional 100-foot section on there as well. All of these hose reels are 18-inch Titan aluminum hose reels, so they've got the aluminum frame. They have stainless steel manifolds on the top 3 reels, and then the bottom one has the 1-inch manifold on it that is much larger, so it'll fill the tank a lot faster, especially with all 3 systems running at once. We want to make sure we can fill that tank as quickly as possible. They have 12-volt rewind function on them, so that there's the motor on the side here. You press this button and it'll automatically reel in your hose. And then these guides kind of help pull the hose out. You can pull at like a 90-degree angle without it rubbing on the discs of the reel. It just makes it a lot easier for it to be taken off of the reel. We'll go ahead and climb on up and go over the rest of the system, and you can see the other washers, the soft wash system, and the window cleaning system in there. Okay, so the pressure washer itself, now that we're in the truck, we can get a better view of it. So this is the HDS series 3010 washer. We've got our nozzles and our on-off switches up here, our temperature control and hour meter, so all visible from that front panel. And then as you move down, you can see we have our fuel tanks right here. This is our diesel fuel tank and our gasoline fuel tank. The diesel is for the burner system, gas is for the engine. And on the opposite side, which you can't see right now, but we'll get to as we go around, we have our other 2 fuel tanks as well. So you can hop right into the back of the truck with the fuel hose at the station and fill all of your tanks from one spot. Moving down a little further, we have our 3,000 PSI 10 gallon per minute cold water pressure washer. It's essentially the same pump and same engine. It just doesn't have that whole burner system. We have that ventilated down through the floor and again goes out through the bottom of the truck. We have our bleeder valve on there. Looks very similar. We can just tell, we can get all of that air out of the line, see a nice consistent stream, and close that back off. Here we have our cool bypass line, and then this is the jumper hose that goes over to the hose reels. So we keep everything nice and tidy. We want to make sure that the floor is clear. You're not going to trip over anything. It looks nice, it looks professional, and you've got space for other accessories if you need to add something in here. Again, key start, hour meter, all the same stuff that the other GX800 engine had. Moving around, we have our 525 gallon water tank, a 30-inch surface cleaner, the Mossmatic surface cleaner right up front here. We use the bolts that holds the tank in place to kind of hold the surface cleaner in place, and we've got a nice clear aisle in order to get that in and out. We have our Tucker window cleaning system. This is the 4-stage system for the water-fed pole. We have a 50-foot pole on the opposite side, and then this is a 12-volt powered system. So it pulls from the water tank, goes through here, and then we have our hand carry hose reel down here that you can take to the exterior of the truck. You've got your 150 foot of hose there that you can connect to your water fed pull system and use that as well. So nice and easy to change these cartridges. We have plenty of room underneath to take those out and change out any of those cartridges that are in there. On this system, it has the TDS meter in order to tell how many particles of water are going into it, and then what it reads whenever it's coming out. Our power switch, and then we have our gauge and everything there. So really easy to see, really easy to use, and it also frees up some floor space for you, so you have additional storage. Moving down, we get to our soft wash system. So we have our 55-gallon bleach tank, our 7-gallon surfactant tank, and then down below we have our P40 soft wash system, which is about 11 gallon per minute, and it's on a Honda GX160 engine with electric start. So everything is key start in this system. We have the Midwest Manifold to meter our water, our surfactant, and our bleach on here, and that is connected to the rinse module. So you just press a remote in order to switch over from bleach or surfactant draw over to just a rinse. And then you can wash out your valve as it's rinsing while you're applying water or doing whatever you need to do. You just want to make sure you do that at least after every job. Down by the soft wash system, we have a door here to get the exhaust vented out. So that just needs to be opened before you start up your system. That was really the only single cylinder engine that we had that we couldn't vent through the floor, and there just wasn't enough other accesses. So we'll add in access panels to make sure things are ventilated properly. We don't want any exhausts going into the box that'll only prematurely wear any of the other engines that you have. If you have engine exhaust blowing into the box, it's going to suck into some other engine that's being used, and that engine's going to have a lot of failure issues or premature failure issues. Moving on down, we have a 22-gallon fuel tank that the cold water pressure washer is connected to. That tank does have a gauge on it, so this will give you lots of run time in order to run that 10-gallon system if you're just doing a lot of surface cleaning and you're full throttle on it the whole time. Above it, we have our Flow Pro remote, which is connected to our hot water pressure washer. And what the Flow Pro remote does is it's a chemical injection bypass system that is remotely controlled. So if you are applying soap with your hot water pressure washer and then you're ready to just do some surface cleaning, if you hit that button and bypass your injector, you're going to get a lot more flow through there because the injector has a tendency to restrict your water flow. So that basically, you press the button, completely goes around your soap injector, and then you can move on and keep going. And then when you're ready to apply soap again, you just hit the button again, and then you can apply your soap. On the back of the hose reels, kind of got a lot going on here, but essentially we have a manifold for both pressure washer soap injectors. So on our cold water pressure washer, we have a dip tube line, which is one of these right here. You can drop this down into your bleach tank, into a random bucket of soap. You can put it into the water if you want to rinse out in your injector. So a lot of different ways you can use that. This one's connected directly to your surfactant, and this one's connected directly to the bleach tank that's on board. So what we like to do is when you want to use your dip tube or whatever other random soap you have, you just open this one up and you pull only from this as long as these two are closed. But a lot of times people want to pull bleach through their system, so you'll open that one up and then they just want to blend a little bit of surfactant with it. So you'll just kind of crack that one open and you can blend the two together. So it's just a mini blending system. And then go ahead and close that off, and you won't pull any chemical at all if you want to use your low pressure nozzles with it as well. And then same thing goes below for the hot water pressure washer version of it. We have the same dip tube available, one for each one. And then again, connected to the surfactant and the bleach tank as well. So we try to keep all of this labeled so everybody knows exactly what they're doing or what it's being used for. We have the chemical systems that are applied, like, so for example, the chemical system that's for the soft wash, we have that connected to the soft wash battery, so it's always charged and it always has power to it whenever you're using your soft wash system. And same for the pressure washers. Anything that is remotely connected to the pressure washers will also be connected to those batteries. The other thing I forgot to mention too is our soft wash system has a remote to turn on and off the engine. So if you're on a roof and you need to rinse, you can go ahead, you can hit a button in order to rinse. But if you're on the roof and you need to shut that system down and it takes you a few minutes to get your ladder and all that stuff situated, then you can go ahead and just hit the remote and turn your engine off, and it won't be stuck in bypass mode while you're trying to situate things, or if you happen to drop something, you can just go ahead and turn that engine off. And if you're on site by yourself or you just don't have a helper that can get to it quick enough, it keeps your equipment safe and you don't have any issues with your pumps if it sits idling for too long. Other than that, we did paint the interior of this truck. We added flooring to the bottom. When we do the flooring in these trucks, we put aluminum trim and caulking all the way around it so it stays nice and secure. The flooring is glued down, and we try to seal off any areas so that the bleach can't penetrate through there. I mean, there are some areas where we have to cut in hoses and accesses and stuff like that, but overall, very easy to maintain the integrity of the floor of the truck. We've got hooks on the walls for the additional accessories. So we've got our wands that go with each pressure washer, the trigger gun that goes with the soft wash system, our pole for the window cleaning system, and an extension pole for the pressure washers. And then above we've got 2 additional extensions that we use just for some closer cleaning with those smaller extensions. So there was definitely a lot that went into this one. It takes a little bit more planning whenever we're doing box trucks. And especially whenever there's so many remote systems with it, but it turned out great. We are working on truck number 2 for the same customer. So if you guys have any questions on this, we'll have this on our website and you can get all of the details on there, pricing available, or you can give us a call if you need anything else. Thanks.